Hello. We are on a different channel than we were expecting today. So hello, my lovely friends. Cal's internet is back, but it is still not the strongest. It's still recovering.
I can load this. Like, this is working right now. I can stream a YouTube video, but sometimes when I try to load a picture, like the picture Bree sent of Sam, it was just not happening. So I just didn't trust it.
Yeah, I think what Bree needs for Sam is just like a full body coat at this point. From what
Sam looks like a firefighter in that outfit. So
that was funny. All right, so I am here. We are here. I should have post the link to this at some point, and I'll do that. But hi, new hair. Who y'all? Cal, do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
I'm Cal. This is Emma.
You're so helpful. Cal is linked down below, and his channel is Retrieving Books, and he talks about books and retrieving. And sometimes,
my golden retrievers.
Yeah, your golden retrievers, and sometimes you also get a surprise like autism video about your journey, which I love that you're like documenting that the way that you're doing that. Actually, no, you just do a lot of health stuff. Because you also did your breast reduction, which I think is good.
Actually, my second best video of the my second best performing video this year has been my. It doesn't look like I got a breast reduction in this shirt, but I really truly did. I truly had so much more.
Smaller.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's unbelievably much less.
But yeah, I think those are both important things, and I think they both I think it's especially the way that you've been incorporating it into BookTube as well. Like, that was, Anyways, so.
Emma's beautiful.
Yes, Emma is beautiful, and Emma does cool beading things. Is Emma beading now?
Yeah, so I'm beading.
This is the beginning of Kermit the Frog.
I can tell. I love it. Like, just those eyes and the mouth, like, it's obvious. So, anyways, we have people's here. Yes, thank you, Brianna. Hello, Brianna. Hello, Julie. And hello, Monty. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, I did. I got a haircut. I'm still getting used to it. I'm not sure it's me yet. But we're trying a thing. So
I think if you just styled it, it would work.
I think part of it will help, like when I'm able to actually, because they blew it straight, so I am working with less than stellar results from what I had, because I basically wet it and then scrunched it. So I think if I have actual product in my hair and have had the chance to plop it and all of that, I might start getting more definition at the roots, which is what I was really looking for from this haircut.
Pop it, lock it, polka dot it.
Listen, I was gonna do like this is too long for what I was gonna do with the ends being kind of purple, but then my boss decided to actually.
I still don't understand, honestly, how I'm just such a not I just don't listen to rules I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wouldn't ask. Like when you were like, I'm going to go ask if I can get brightly colored hair, I just wouldn't have listened to the answer.
Well, there was no technical rule until this most recent update for the dress code. And I don't like that we have a dress code anyways. But
right, just do it anyway. Yeah.
So anyways, it does, Brianna, but also this is the first time that I've done something to my hair and haven't immediately gone, oh no, this was the right decision. This was absolutely the right decision. So most of the time it's, and I also think part of that is because it's not quite what I wanted, but I also didn't want to do anything too terribly drastic.
Well, you know what's funny about me is that I get more upset by a haircut that I'm not comfortable with than a tattoo.
That's funny.
Yeah. The thought of having a bad haircut scares me more than the thought of having a bad tattoo. And I don't know why.
I don't think it's a bad haircut. I'm just not sure. You know how you can feel when something fits you as a person,
Nope.
Okay.
No, I genuinely don't know what you mean. I can't even settle on a gender, dude. Like, I don't know what you mean. I genuinely don't.
That is genuinely a valid way to be, though. Well, like when you cut your hair, you were so relieved and you knew, like, you were like, yes, this is it.
Yeah, because I felt my hair all the time. Like, it was a sensory thing. Like, my hair was always everywhere and I could always feel it. And brushing it, I would cry every morning as I brushed it. From my inception as a human on this earth to the time I removed it all. Like, yeah, no, like that's why.
Yeah.
I mean, this, like, I like this look, but would I also be like perfectly happy with like, I just don't care. Yeah. Well, the only thing I didn't like at first is that at first when Emma cut it, the back was just like standing straight up. And I felt like Zach and Cody's mom from The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
I mean, she was a pretty cool lady. So there are worse people to look like. Okay, listen.
Hairdresser.
You did a
I
great
have
job.
no
You
idea
did a
what I
great
was
job.
doing.
You did a great job.
So there was a point during the inception of this when because she basically blow dried it all straight and then did curls with her curling or with the straightener. There was a moment where I physically felt my soul leave my body because I was like 2 steps away from the I want to speak with a manager haircut because she had it all smooth and curved under. And I was like, oh, Jesus, this has got to be fixed.
Don't you like the way Americans say Jesus? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
So, anyways, we'll see, Brianna, because my boss has agreed to let me cut down my hours a little bit to do the thing that I am doing. I mean, listen, I wasn't panicking, but I was concerned. I was like, if I do not fix this when I get home, Cal and Brianna will never let me hear the end of it.
My soul briefly left my body at Thor last night.
That's a much better reason to do that.
Very briefly. It came
That's
back.
a much better reason.
Momentary.
I will see it eventually. They have unvaccinated people here. Anyways, I was gonna respond. So hopefully I'll be done by the end of the year, maybe. I don't know, because I did accept that promotion, and if my boss is willing to work with me, I am going to go for as long as I can keep healthcare and still keep my sanity.
When you're
So,
selling healthcare insurance, but you don't have healthcare insurance.
yeah, right. That's and like the insurance I'm selling is not something I can have. So, anyways, what do we want to do as far as Nope, I don't want to do that.
Let's talk about what we're reading and what our goals are.
You know, that's a smart thing to do, Cal. Hold on. What are you reading?
So, all right. I am reading probably like 3 different books because what I've decided I want to do is I want to do the entire board, I want to do the physical TBR board, and I want to do the entire thing. So the first one is a summer release, but I don't have any summer releases in my currently reading list. So I'm going to start tonight. Wrath Goddess Sing by Maya Dean. This came out on my birthday, so we're gonna count June 7th as summer because
It is summer.
Right? Okay, Americans are out of school.
June,
Canadians
July, August. That is summer.
right, but in Canada, we're still in school then. So like, but we're just
Yeah,
gonna
but
pretend.
like the
You made it.
season is summer.
It's June 21st. But we're just gonna pretend because you made it and you live in perpetual summer that this is.
Jesus, I do.
Yeah, so we're gonna read it. And this is a Trojan War retelling, roughly.
Mhm.
But it reimagines Achilles as a trans woman.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Interesting. You can't see it because it's an arc. I'm reading Daughter of Red Winter by Ed McDonald. We just had a moment, or we are currently having listen, Monty, summer is just it's a state of being, and the only reason there's differentiation in Florida is because somebody said June, July, August are summer months. That's the only reason we have a summer. Otherwise, it's just not.
So nobody actually ever said that. It's June 21st to September 21st. But yeah.
I don't care. If you're grouping them by groups.
It's the literal, like it's not me, it's science, but yeah, okay.
Okay, fine. Anyways, We are currently going
He's
through the
also
main
sisters,
character. At least at this point. Hold on, I have been waiting to tell you this, Cal. Our main
Okay.
character is having a little bit of a bisexual panic moment in this book right now. It's great. She's like, this lady is in the tub with me. Very close, and this is how you feel about friends who are girls, right? I've never had a friend who was a girl. Like, just like this is normal for friends. This is a normal thing to feel about your friend, and I'm just like, oh, you.
Yeah, no, just like platonically, I want to kiss your lip and slide my fingers between your legs, like really platonically.
Very
Platonically.
Yeah,
That's how we felt about each other.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then how we ended up as
Really good
friends.
Really good friends.
Anyways, so what else are we reading? Okay, so Monty's goal is to finish Heart of the Sun Warrior. Brianna is not telling us what she's reading. Yeah, literally, like, and it's funny because she doesn't know what the other girl is feeling. She's like, she does a very good job of going, she could totally just be being friendly right now. And I'm just like, I don't think that's how this is going because it's a book.
Platonically. We deadass got matching tattoos platonically. We gave each other matching tattoos platonically. And the kiss on Halloween on the lips platonically. All these platonic moments, like platonically.
Yeah. The best
I also remember the massive,
no.
all of the text
there was three women in an apartment. Two of us got matching tattoos, and we're like, Rebecca, you'll get something else, something not what we're getting. Right? Like, not you. It's just an us.
You're not a Gemini.
Platonically. Yeah.
Anyways, so it's funny. She can see dead people, and she's not supposed to be able to do that. And she's at a place where if they find out she can see dead people, like she went into the middle of a place where if they find out she can see dead people, they will kill her.
Huh.
And I'm just like, you are very young. So she's like 17.
What does that have to do with being killed for your abilities?
Decision-making skills, not there. We did not think this through, basically.
So you have to be like old and wise like Emma to make good decisions?
Yeah.
Something like that. So the way it is set up is like everyone takes a bath together in this place that they are at because it's a monastery. So like you have men's baths and you have women's baths. It's very much like that situation. But I was like
a bathhouse kind of thing?
Yeah, a bathhouse kind of thing. I'm like,
that's
how it works right now, my friend.
Like, we're the only two in the locker room.
Yeah, basically that's what just happened. That's exactly what happened.
Oh my god. So. No, I'm not looking. No. It's a nice towel you have.
Actually, it is really sad because, like, she's had a rough life, so she has a lot of scars. And so she's the entire time comparing her body to this other girl's body, which is, like, perfect. And she goes into much detail about how perfect it is. But it also is very sad because she feels really shitty about herself. And I'm just like, oh, sweetie.
That was like that moment in Stranger Things. Oh my god, you forget the details of the season.
Oh my god, that my brother does that. It drives me nuts. I swear we are going to get to reading at some point, guys. I am so sorry. That drives me nuts because like I'm talking to my brother as I am watching The Witcher for the first time actually watching it, and he has zero memory of things that happened in season 2, which came out in December. And I'm like, how do you forget that so quickly?
I asked Emma if she thinks about Stranger Things season 4, episode 4 every day, and she said no. What the fuck?
Oh, Monty, that is so true. They are both in a monastery, and yeah. Anyway,
yeah, we know that's where all the straight people go is to monasteries.
I mean, St. Augustine has some real interesting stuff talking about relationships between men. might not be St. Augustine. I might be thinking of a different Catholic priest or something. But there were a couple. There is a good deal of literature from the ancient times. So, anyways, what do we want to do for sprints? Feel free to talk in the chat. What do y'all want to do? Do we want to do a long sprint? Do we want to do short sprints?
More than 1 minute.
You are so. Why do I ask the bisexual to help me make decisions?
Did you just hear her stereotype bisexuals? Listen, this is because we're Gemini bisexuals, okay?
A distinction.
A distinction.
Okay. Okay, Brianna says she needs to edit this round. I'm just saying, like, I'm always like, Cal, what should we do? And then I regret it.
Yeah.
Every single time.
The only decision I can make in this life is golden retrievers, okay?
The only thing that, like, no, that dogs is it. That's the only thing you have a decided opinion on when I need decision-making skills.
And
So,
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I know very clearly how I feel about that.
mhm. You also know very clearly how you feel about Bucky Barnes. So, I do. I don't think that one would be hard. Okay, that's Netflix. Okay, so Brianna says, let's see, let's do this one. I want to do the 10-minute breaks because I don't like the 15. Those are just a little bit too long for my taste. So, aha, I got it. Okay, so, all ready? Thank you, Brianna. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so let's add this in. And hold on, I'm still sharing the screen because I forgot that that's a step you have to do. All right, 3, 2, 1. You're muted already. back. Do I know how many pages I read? No, because I let Bookly do that math for me. 39. 39? I read 39 pages.
7. I read 30.
Nice, nice. How's it going?
It's good. Definitely the most different Trojan War retelling. I mean, the Katie Roberts one was probably actually the most different. But like if we're talking about like things that are actually set in the classical world, definitely the most different, and I'm enjoying it a lot. And it's interesting.
Good.
And then I'm also reading 400 Souls by edited by Ibram X. Kendi and Keisha Ann Blaine. And it's very, 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 very good.
Mm-hmm.
Like absolutely the kind of history that is groundbreaking and pushing boundaries in the genre and or the discipline rather.
Yeah.
And so I'm just switching back and forth between them.
Nice. Let's see. It's one of those books that like it's not the best thing I've ever read. Like it's not anything that's wowing me, but it's doing its job. It's interesting. And I'm like following kind of the plot. I want to know what is going on with this girl, who she is. I want to know kind of there's some other stuff that I want to know about what's going on. So like it's grabbing me when I'm reading it. It's just not like drawing me to it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So anyways, let's see. Monty finished his book. Good. Always love it when people finish books on these sprints. And then Brianna has 16 and a half minutes of video edited.
Pretty good.
So yeah, that's better than I do. It took me like almost a week to edit my freaking TBR. Granted, I did keep trying to edit it while watching things, which usually works for me very well, but it wasn't.
I always do it like as a reward, like like I'll do a task at work, then like edit 10 seconds kind of thing.
Nice.
That's how I.
Yeah. I usually need to have something going on. While I am also doing like that first edit where I don't have to pay as much attention.
Yeah.
So, because then I get bored and then I don't want to edit. And I'm like, if I can at least be doing something else while I'm editing, I'll get something else done too.
What do you mean first edit?
So I go through and I do a rough edit that's like all of the cuts, like it's most of the cuts that I want to make. And then I'll go through and I'll fine tune everything and add in graphics and stuff.
Gotcha.
So I usually do a rough edit and a final edit because I do want to know like the full thing, see how the full thing together works, but I also want to see how the different pieces work together. And I have forgotten things in the first edit to like put in. And
so like, you're like the person who does their citations at the end of the paper.
Yeah. Why? Well, no. It depends on how many sources I'm using, or would depend, because like if I knew I was going to need a lot of sources, especially if I was using like internet sources, I would format that shit right away.
Right, as you write.
Yeah, as you go. But if it was like a book that I was referencing, nah.
Well, like one book, sure, but like,
yeah. So
when are you ever reference? Oh, yeah, never mind. Theater.
I did undergrad. I did not do anything further.
No, but I mean in history that's just never like, unless you're like maybe first year history when you're just like doing like you're like reading one text, but like no, it's just never an option to just like only look at one source and be like that's all.
The most I ever had to reference was like in when I did American literature, we would read stories by different writers and then we would compare and contrast them in our essays. Like you had to come up with an essay and like the themes. So the most I ever had to do was like a couple of short stories.
In history, you have to, at the beginning of your essay or your like paper or whatever, read and talk about everything that's been written on the subject.
So
So like the idea of like a paper with just like only one source is like, what? You're like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have to know everything everyone's ever said.
That's so hard though.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it is. Yes, it is.
That's a lot because like how are you supposed to know everything everyone's ever said? Like there's always new stuff for you to be finding. There's so much.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yes. You're right.
So,
Luckily, I didn't do something like big, you know? I mean, it is big in the scope of global events, but it's not big in the scope of like
literature on
Western institutions aren't writing about it because we just don't care about African genocides over here, apparently. So for me, it was like, it's actually hard to find the information I need. But, and I was mostly pulling from Nigerian authors. So it was, I think, easier for me than like people who just do like World War II, something about World War II, because it's like everybody and their racist grandpa wrote about that. So, you know.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no,
Yours
I
is
remember.
niche too.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 big names. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the trick. Pick a niche.
Pick a niche.
Pick a
I will
niche.
remember that.
Yeah. When you
I'll
do your
remember
history masters, pick a niche.
That's funny. Monty's in your camp. Love people that do multiple rounds of edits. Can't relate.
I know. Like the understimulation of like watching the same thing twice, like back to back. No, man.
I mean, that's part of why I don't pay as much attention the first time.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So, anyways, and it helps because like the second time is when I'm putting in like the edits of like the zooming in and all of that stuff.
Right.
And I find that part interesting. Is just getting through everything that takes. Forever.
I see why it takes you so long now. Whereas like I can like film a video and edit it in 2 hours. Yeah, it would take me longer if I like watched it.
I probably
and did it again.
So
I don't even review my work. I'm just like, I watched it as I was editing. That's good.
So as a child, Monty's, I love the sound of my own voice, but I just go through really slow ones. As a child, I learned very quickly that if I only go through things once, I miss shit. Like, very quickly learned that, like, I will just, like, even if I'm focused on something, I'm going to miss stuff. And so I've always been, like, I have to go through it more than once. Now, granted, most times I go through stuff like twice. Like most of my papers that I did, I'd write a rough draft. I'd go through and edit that. I'd sleep on it, and then I'd go through one more time to see if there were any more typos and turn it in.
So, like, the idea of a rough draft, I don't understand. Because, like, I understand getting it edited by, like, a peer and having a peer be like, this is shit, and then fixing it. But the idea of ever having a copy that isn't, like, I edit as I write. Like, I'll write the paragraph and then go back and be like, oh, no, like, change this and this. And, like, add to, but the idea of just, like, purposely writing a copy that isn't already as good as I think I can make it.
Yeah.
That's probably when I'm a really slow writer in general, though. Because, like, I'll get stuck. Be like, what's the best way to say this? Like,
yeah.
And
I started out that way when I started writing. There are so many notebooks in there that just me rewriting the first several chapters of a story.
Yeah.
And I finally had to go, okay, Margaret, you're not allowed to do that until you have completed the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, but like, I mean, like when I did stuff with Miss LaPointe, who is my English teacher in college, like the best teacher ever. Like she would have you turn in something and she would tell you like it doesn't have to be complete, it just has to be turned in for the rough draft, because she would read your what was called rough draft and give you feedback on it, and then you turn in the final paper based on her feedback. And then if you were doing like a portfolio class with her, she gave you another chance to turn that paper in again.
But I would never turn something in incomplete, like ever. Like the idea of doing that makes me like feel ill.
And
like,
see, that was expected in her classes for you to turn stuff in incomplete. You would die in a creative writing class, Cal.
I've taken creative writing classes several times. What are you talking about?
Oh my god!
I don't turn in things incomplete and or late. I am a good student. Okay, I'm not good at much. I am a good student.
So was
Ask
I. I had
Emma.
a fantastic. I
was
had a
fantastic.
fantastic grade point average with one of the hardest teachers at my school. Anyways, but I don't know. Maybe I just give myself a little more grace.
Nope, none here. I had my friend named Grace. She used to say, "Oh, Grace days were invented for me," and I was always like, "Punctuality was invented for me." Like I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Oh my god. Oh. Okay. It is time for us to sprint again. So 3, 2, 1, mute your mics. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, right. How? Hold on. Let me put my pages in. Damn it! I just lost. Okay, I know where I am. How did we do?
Honestly, I don't know. But I'm 9% of the way through this, and well, I'm at page 42 of this and page 105 of this. So, we're doing well.
Nice. Nice. I read 18 pages that time because so basically what I've been doing is I read fanfic until the fanfic frustrates me, which isn't hard to do, and then I start reading the book when I need a break from fanfic because it's so out of character.
Okay. What's the fanfic you're reading?
Witcher fanfic.
I shouldn't have asked. Witcher fanfic?
Witcher fanfic.
There you go.
And I just got so frustrated at how someone was characterizing Geralt that I'm like, I might just have to write my own.
Is it Geralt and Cal fucking in a barn? Because I'd read that.
No.
Damn it.
I tend to write in canon stuff that like so when I was really big in Once Upon a Time, like a lot of my stuff would be after episodes and it would be like speculation about what might happen next. So, how did everyone else do though? I don't want to ignore people. Brianna said,
Oh.
when you can tell you film before coffee. Ooh, how did Emma do? Is Kermit done?
Mhm.
Kermit's done! Oh my god, he's so cute.
Isn't she talented?
I love it.
And also really beautiful.
Okay, so Brianna says when you can tell you film before coffee. Danielle Rees just jumped in. Awesome.
Hey.
Hello, Danielle. We're gonna be here for at least one more sprint. Bree joined us. Yes, it has been a chaotic week for you, Bree. You decided to buy a dog in like such a short amount of time.
It was perfect. It's fate. The best dogs come when you're like, oh, that dog is fate. When it's like the universe telling you to get that dog.
You would literally have to drop the dog on my porch for me to feel like the universe was telling me to get that
but like,
dog.
Okay, but even with Briar, I went into January not thinking I was gonna get Briar,
True.
and by February I had her. Emma had finally decided what kind of golden retriever she wanted when we met Jill, her breeder's partner, and he was like, "Yeah, like I'll tell Jill about you guys. You guys are cool." Like, it's just, and then again, like somebody backed out of buying Briar, so I got her. Somebody backed out of buying Porto,
Yeah.
so she got
Wow.
it's fate. So that's what I'm saying.
What if when I find the litter I want, I send one of you to buy my dog,
and then we back out?
And no, because my thinking is that if I send you to be the one to buy the dog, someone else will back out.
I don't want a schnauzer. What? How do I end up with a schnauzer?
I would get the money. No, I would give you the money and get the dog.
She thinks she wants your luck at finding.
Oh, I thought she said that she wanted like the Brianna Bree situation of having like a sibling, like litter mates. So I'm like,
no, I want you guys to go and start things for me, and then someone will back out and be like, "Oh, here's Margaret's dog now."
Gotcha. I can just kill someone on the waiting list.
Okay, but then Cal, but then you would get arrested, and who would take Cassie to retrieving then?
Emma.
I knew nothing of this murder. He went away for a weekend.
Somebody died. No, but like it's actually really nice now because I knew like if I died, I was like, okay, like Briar can stay with Alex, but Cassie has to go to a different home where like retrieving happens. But Emma could have Cassie. Emma could have Cassie.
That's good.
And Cassie really loves Emma. Like Cassie now demands Emma's lap and is like, I am sitting there for 2 hours. Don't move. Like
so now instead of Cassie trying to keep Emma away from you. She tries to keep you away from Emma.
No, she tries to keep Emma isolated in a corner to herself. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
funny.
You get Cassie in my way.
Okay, listen. Schnauzers are working breeds. Cal loves them.
Can I
He
have
just
Porto
doesn't
in
want
your
to
will?
own one.
Yes. I get Porto, guys.
Aw, who else would Porto go to? Like,
Literally,
Like, I don't, my
no
family
one.
would be like,
No one.
he'd just be awful at anyone's
No one.
house.
No.
so, okay. Bree is cleaning, even though she should be reading. Max is arguing with their internet currently, and Brianna edited a video. Fantastic.
Max, are
When
you
will
on Rogers in Canada by any chance? Like, you
Maybe they have a sister company in the US.
Danielle.
Danielle managed a single video. And then we also had Rope Crewman 36 join us. Hello. Thank you. I'm so glad you were able to make it. Let's see. Listen, Cal will love Tessa. Cal just
I
doesn't
will.
own a
I will
schnauzer.
love Tessa, and I will take Tessa for like training sessions and hikes and kisses and snuggles, and then I will give Tessa back and say, "You have fun working with a dog that's not a retriever." I have literally no interest in learning to train dogs that aren't retrievers. None.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But you will be you will be like my biggest cheerleader as I try to make Tessa a rally champion.
Hey, listen, like Brianna and I had a great training sessions with Doyle, and I liked training Doyle and working with Doyle. And like it was really fun for me and really rewarding because I got to work with a very different kind of dog, and then I got to go home and be like, Cassie's on crack for a bumper. I don't have to do much of it. Like it's great. Like
That's gonna be great. This does sound like a mystery novel.
A standard poodle too, but the case
Yeah.
of the Schnauzer snatching murderer.
The Schnauzer snatching murderer.
Listen, if I get it through this life without murdering somebody over a dog, if I get through this summer without murdering somebody over a dog, it's impressive.
Okay, but Cal, based on what I know about the people who own dogs in your life, like it would be a justified murder.
Yeah.
Like I can think of at least 3 situations where the dog would be better off. If you maybe if you just stole the dog, like you ran off and no one knew where you were.
That's actually my current plan is to take Schmood to Schmotland, and nobody will ever see Schmood again.
Oh no, Schmood ran away. I have never seen him.
Yeah.
No, this dog I just bought from my cousin who is
this is Dude. His name is this is Dude.
This is Dude. Okay, Bree got another room cleaned, done both bathrooms, the hall. Did you do all of that in the 45 minutes that we were sprinting? Because Bree, I will pay you money to come to my house.
You guys,
honestly, I just need Bree to sit on a live with me, apparently, and just tell me what to clean. Because that's what happens with me is I get so overwhelmed with everything that needs to go in different places that I'm just like, I really do need to clean my bathroom though, considering that I'm sharing it, and it would be nice to be able to wipe it down after certain people use it right now.
Alex moved Schmood's crate into a different spot today, and the house looks so much cleaner because Schmood is dropping his entire coat because Schmara schmarved him, so you know.
That made sense to and no one but us, but that's okay. No, everything is in boxes right now because I unpacked one of my craft dresser, so we can get rid of it and put my new bed in. Nice. So everything is a disaster. Oh, the gods have called. It's time for us to do more sprints. All right. See you in 3, 2, 1. Let's get rid of this. Welcome back.
Hi.
Hi. You sound so chipper for so late at night. That's this. Welcome back. Hi.
That was my fault this time.
Oh, that was good. That was very good. All right, guys. So, how did y'all do?
I don't know. I read stuff.
I read 11 pages. I might have gotten a little distracted.
I'm on page 64 of this and 109 of this. So.
Nice. That's nice. Let's see. Max has been trying, but their internet is still being horrendous. And then Bree was working on cleaning out her watch later list. Nice. So I'm like, this is interesting. I'm just interested in other things right now more. So this poor author. Anyways, it's decent. It's good. I like the world building in this. And I like the fact that it's very, like, the main character lives in a world that's not very accepting of queer characters or queer people. So, like, she's still dealing with some of that, but she's, like, more open-minded and kind of having her own come to Jesus moment. But she's like, oh, other people who are like this exist. And I know them. So far, my main, like, bad mark is that, like, there's one character that is fat and, like, they're continually describing what he's eating. And I'm just like, you're only doing this with him. This feels fat phobic.
Do you ever get tired of making the same mistakes, people? Like, what the fuck?
So,
oh my God.
Anyways, nice. Okay, perfect. So Rope Crewman finished their first book and is on to their second one. Good job. I will be happy if I finish this one. And I'm gonna try and finish Assassin's Quest. That might be a lot to try, considering I'm halfway through and I have not read it at all this weekend.
That's a challenge.
That is, but I will try and get further in it. So
I'm gonna just keep doing this until I'm done. I've said, you know what? I don't care about the weekend, and I'm just gonna do the board until I complete it.
You're just gonna continue doing it until you complete the board. Kara is doing that as well. She said that her entire July TBR, like, she just took it and spread it out throughout all of July for this.
Yeah, I like the idea of, like, whittling down my physical TBR, but I don't know about you, but training from 10 to 5 today kind of took up some of my reading time. So
it sounds like it did, and that's not something where you can be like, I'm just gonna put my audiobook in 1 year.
Yeah, never mind, Jude. I'm actually busy right now, so if you could just go heal around yourself, that'd be great. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, we're just gonna heal, and we're not gonna pay attention to what we're doing at all.
I know the whole point is to learn to heal beside a suitcase, and, like, I have to hold that suitcase, but, like, really, Jude, like, honestly, you're a service dog. Do the work yourself.
Isn't that the whole point of a service dog?
Yes, to pull your cart.
Yeah. Okay, so anything before we go? Anything you want to plug on your channel?
I have a vlog coming out Monday where
Nice.
I was reading like 6 books at once, and I was like, all right, enough of this, and I finished them. And Emma and I spend 4 minutes in a car at like 11 p.m. bitching about one of the books.
Nice. Is that the one that you just did the review about, that you were like,
no, I haven't done the review on this one yet. Good night, Danielle.
Good night, Danielle. It's funny because you have that and you're like, Tangerine, and it's awful, and here's why. And I was like, I read a book called Tangerine once, and I didn't think so at the time, but I have a feeling that it was a YA book about a boy who was completely paralyzed. I have a feeling it was very ableist.
I just thought it was going to be like the song, like Tangerine, she is all they claim, and then it just wasn't. But it was also homophobic and racist and a problem.
Yeah.
Like on top of the fact that it did not live up to my
It was
Jimmy
not what
Dorsey
you wanted.
expectations.
Here's the thing. You should only ever expect things to be written based on song titles when you're reading fan fiction. That's where they really do that.
Well, no, like less, not like that. More like the time period and the vibe of the song. And like,
okay.
I knew that like there was queerness and like two women, and I thought it was actually going to be like a love story. I like did not think that it was going to end up being like a stalker
Terrible.
situation. I thought it was like, oh, Alice is miserable in Tangier with her husband, and then Lucy, a mysterious figure from her past, shows up, and I was like, oh, Lucy and Alice, eh? No.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, I am going to end the broadcast. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. Keep reading your books. Hopefully those of us that are doing this will make progress at least this weekend. Cal, do you want to?
You start it.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching. That's it for now. I will see you later.
You talk about more wordy, nerdy things.
Bye.